Who's next, please?
It's 3 o'clock on Thursday. Christine's checking in the first of the Adelphi's afternoon arrivals.
Burke.
Yes.
It's a fine Irish name, Mr. Burke.
She'll have to cope with this long list of check-ins without Mark, the hall porter.
Terrible Irish accent.
Mark's facing up to a list of his own.
You're rude, you're insolent, you were late for work. You haven't even had the courtesy to come and tell me that you were late for work. Christine had to tell me. You're just constantly a law unto yourself, and I don't need that, Mark.
This is not the first time he's been in trouble with his boss, Katie.
You're rude to Mrs. Downey, you constantly have your jacket off, you look untidy. Why do I need you? There's enough people out there, Mark, that I can get to carry bags, and I don't need you.
Downstairs, Carl, the disco manager, is also in trouble. The weekly 70s theme nights are not making enough money. Unless he can find a way of bringing in more customers, he knows his own future is in the balance.
That's about as high as I can stand nowadays. Very cool, quite easy to walk in, very easy to break your ankle in. The big help for tonight is a bottle of fire tonic that puts you in the mode. Basically, it's a good fun night.
The other day, I had a complaint from the duty managers. They couldn't find you, and you're in the Porter's Lodge playing on Space Invaders. You know, I don't need that when I come in off my days off, Mark. Now, I am too busy to be chasing after you.
No, I understand your job's difficult enough as it is, like, but I know it's been my fault. I don't see why I need to waste any more of my time on you, to be quite honest, Mark. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've just wasted enough.
Doyle sharing with?
Just go with Doyle.
Whenever slappy you pick up. Mr. G. Doyle.
It seems Christine may have to cope without Mark.
I really don't want him. He's just nothing more than a disruptive influence. He's not going to stay. His name is off the rota.
She was right to say what she said, because, like, I was in the wrong, you know what I mean? I was an hour late, like a call playing on the computers, people going back snitching about this, that, the other, that I've been doing.
His last working day is Thursday.
Just trying to scare me, I think, more than anything else. She's done it before. She won't sack me.
Let him sweat it out overnight, and then I'll tell him on Thursday. We've got tours that are coming in, so he's quite useful on Thursday morning.
In 1 week, Mark will be out. Unless he can find a way to get around Katie.
Deliver the fax, and then I'm going for the scarf.
You a skyver?
No, I didn't scarf, mate. Best worker in here.
Does Katie think that?
No. I am, honestly, I am, really. I'll do more than anyone else in here. I know I do.
Carl's student dancers will also have to work hard to make tonight a glittering success.
It gives something visually to watch, and it also transfers to the customer. They're good at what they do. They may be young, sickeningly young, but they're good.
Carl's only hope is that the customers agree and the dancers bring in big crowds and big profits.
It's always got to be about profit. In the end of the day, I'm the manager. The night's got to make profit to be viable. It's a commercial concern.
When the disco opens in 3 hours' time, it's the number of people through the door that will matter.
This is a night we knew we'd have to work at, maybe over a period of 3 months, before it really kicks in.
Are you paying by cash or card?
I'll be card then.
Card. May I take your card?
Christine has her own problem with numbers. One of her receptionists is missing.
Yes, I'm going. OK. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mrs. Stanley. Bye-bye. Bye.
She is suddenly leaving for a promotion at a rival hotel.
She's gone. I can't afford to pay those wages, and I'm certainly not going to.
She wouldn't make shift leader here, Katie.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't make a shift leader here. She wouldn't. So I'm quite bite my tongue, and that's that. Off we go again.
Doing the job centre.
Women on stage.
It's now 11 p.m. Carl and his dancers are just starting their routine.
My name is Dr. Love Shaft. You can call me Dr. Love. We will talk about the shaft later, okay, girls?
Competition for nightclub customers in Liverpool is fierce. Carl and his bar manager Bernadette need to use every trick in the book.
£1 a pint, £2.50 to come in, okay? And Budweiser bottles, £1.20. Yeah, £2.50 and £1 a pint, okay?
Despite the most potent tricks of the trade, the magic doesn't seem to be working.
5 and it's 11 o'clock, so it's going to be pretty quiet this evening because last week we had more in this time last week.
The disco holds 900, but by midnight only 20 non-residents have been enticed off the street.
It's hard work. It's what do you do? Can't spend any more money. Doing everything we can do at the moment. All right, the hotel's quiet. That's not helping it. We haven't got any residents in. But 20 people through the door is pretty sad. The show's all right, the music's okay. Back to the drawing board.
Folks, move up by the exit floors, please.
Carl's determined to try another plan, but the girls don't know the plan doesn't include them. His secret weapon is a new male lead dancer, Clive.
A decision's going to be made tomorrow whether to actually ask them or not. The guy that's coming in is very good, but the guy that's coming in is very expensive, so I can't afford the girls and him. So it's a sleep on it tonight and think about it.
Whatever decision sleep may bring, Carl will have to agree any changes with the school that's provided the dancers.
Instead of having the full team, go with Clive and 3 of your main girls.
I'm not going to go to the girls and say, he only wants to serve you, because they feel that they've worked hard and I do too.
I'm just going to do what I think is best for the club. And if it means the girls have to stop performing here because they won't split the show down, so be it. You know, in the end of the day, we'll get the show we want.
Morning.
It's now the second day of Katie's countdown to Mark's dismissal. Unaware of the deadline, he's still trying to keep out of trouble.
Well, it's took a lot to go to the station, and if I don't have it on, when Katie sees me, she's kick off, and she's just come in, so when she first comes, she'll kick off. Kick off well, have a nag. She gets really annoyed, especially when she's first come in.
I haven't seen Mark today, no. Probably hiding somewhere from me.
She doesn't see me.
You see, he sometimes still thinks he is a scallion, that he can still run the scally life. Sometimes he doesn't realise that he's in working and a living.
Just tidying around, making myself look busy.
Why, it's important to look busy?
Because if you're not, they'll find something for you to do.
He works hard when he wants to.
Where are you going now?
I bet I'm watching the door.
No, you're not. You're going on that desk. There's people at your desk that need attending. There's hardly anyone to check in.
His street jargon, his back chat.
Luckily for Mark, Katie's now preoccupied with the hunt for a new receptionist. The hotel's been inundated with applicants. The minimum qualification is an enthusiasm and interest in Liverpool's oldest and grandest hotel.
Do you know what a hotel receptionist does?
I'm not too sure now.
Do you know how many bedrooms we've got?
No, I'm not sure.
No. I know it's Liverpool and it's a city centre hotel, but there's too much, you know. Do you know anything about the hotel?
No, nothing.
Do you know how many bedrooms it's got?
No.
No. Do you know anything about this hotel?
Not really, no.
No. No. Not quite sure. See what the rest are like. Do you know anything about the hotel?
Not really.
No. Do you know how many bedrooms we've got?
No.
No. She just didn't have it.
Do you know when I came for my interview, I said to my mum, I hate it when they say to you, and so do you have any questions? Because you never do you really? And my mum said, oh yeah, just say, do you have a big staff turnover? So I thought, oh yeah, that's all right. So I gave this question and Katie said, oh no, not really. I've never seen, met, loved, hugged, kissed so many people, said goodbye to so many people in my life since I started in this job. And in 4 years, it's a long time.
So you've applied for a position that you don't really know anything about?
Well, it's not that I've applied for a position I don't know anything about. I just don't know anything about the company.
No. No, I don't think so. No.
What was your daughter's first name?
One applicant's disappointed mum isn't prepared to accept Katie's rejection.
Comments on to the front office manager. I am sorry your daughter didn't get the job. But did your daughter not explain once she was asked the question?
Just get it.
Right, OK then. Well, I can't actually take the matter any further. I will speak to... OK then, that's fair enough, Mrs. OK then, thank you for your call. Bye-bye. Mrs. Nick isn't happy. No. Her daughter never got the job. And she worked here 20 years ago and was in charge.
In charge of what?
I don't know what she was in charge of. She was in charge. And it's disgusting that her daughter, 18 years, she doesn't know about interviews, was asked why she was going to take a £40 drop in her wages. So I am sorry.
Is Katie not in today?
She is in today, but this lady wants to come down for a fight, I think, so I said she wasn't in.
Oh dear, that's very diplomatic.
Hopes rest on the last interviewee. By now, all Katie's looking for is someone who shows some basic knowledge of the hotel.
I know it was built around the turn of the century, and it's got a lot of Art Deco influence in the interior. I know it was a very important hotel as regards sort of race meetings like the Grand National and stuff like that.
Today we've got a new starter on the desk, a boy. He's coming in at 10 o'clock and he's apparently got a degree in graphic design, so I'll train him up for a month and he'll leave because he'll get a highly paid job, which is good.
It's Nicholas's first day. He spent 3 years studying for his degree. Now he'll spend 6 weeks learning to be a receptionist.
Katie thinks he's going to stay. Don't know why. She's more optimistic than me. Been there and done that, you know, I love it. Put all my time and energy in now. This is how we check in, this is how we check out, this is how we do things at the Adelphi. And then I end up throwing in for his leaving collection. So we'll have to wait and see. So I think I just might say to him, look, pal, is it worth me while training you up, or are you going to go?
Hello. Hi, is Katie here?
Yeah,
Fine.
I don't really know what I'm going to do with him because I need to be out here this morning. Whether I should leave him with the switchboard or put him in reservations. But it's not really a good idea for him to be out here this morning, is it?
No. Is this one with the degree in graphic design?
Yeah.
Katie, is he going to stay?
Who knows? I don't know.
Is he clean and smart?
Very handsome.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think so.
How old is he?
28 to 29.
Oh, bit round our age, kid.
Well.
In his new career, the nearest Nicholas is likely to come to design is laying out the paper on the photocopier. The student dancers have gone. Carl's future now rests on Clive and his troupe. They're to be launched at a specially arranged photo call.
No show.
No show so far. Panic setting in soon. Reception is coming off. Hotel reception, dancing on stage in the club.
I'm too well.
You did okay the other time.
My hot pants days are over.
So, until he gets here, we just twiddle our thumbs.
What time was he due?
7:15.
I hope this wasn't a bad executive decision, Carl.
It's now day 3 of Mark's charm offensive.
Yeah, go for a little scarf. This is what we call the dungeons down here.
While Mark knows the dungeons, nooks and crannies,
It's this way, or is it? Do you know? Don't know, I can't remember. God.
others are still learning the basics.
I don't think it is this way, you know. I've gone the wrong way. Yeah. Back again, sorry.
Hi guys, hi Carl.
Some newcomers have eventually found their way.
Time was out.
I'm just glad you're here.
At last, Clive, the new frontman, has turned up with his dancers.
Hi.
Girls, Liz.
They're only 2 hours late.
Oh, don't stop. Liz, Chaz and Vicky.
Hi.
Okay.
I remember that in about 3 weeks' time. OK, we've got the girls over there waiting for the photo shoot.
Morning.
You're late. Where have you been?
Playing at it.
Playing
at it.
Where have you been, honestly?
It's me.
Well, where have you been?
All right. Just travelling around Chester and things like that.
Oh, right.
Problem?
There's ladies there and there's another DJ over there. They're all, like, late for duties because you're late. Do you not have Carl's mobile?
Yes, I do.
The
Does it
courtesy
work
of
down
a
here?
phone call would have been greatly appreciated.
Sorry.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Right. Mark.
Oh, dear.
Tomorrow night, Carl will discover if his new act is a draw.
Beautiful.
Okay.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
After his first day, Nicholas is beginning to find his feet, but he's still having problems finding his way.
If I go this way, I can't remember.
I should be a little bit more confident really with my new starters, but I never am. Never. Till I see them again tomorrow morning. If I see him tomorrow morning, then I will know if he's going to come back next week and I can get him a suit. I don't know.
I was expecting to be thrown at the deep end, and I have been really, but you know, the training is quite good, and hopefully, you know, I'll stick it. I'm not quite sure at the moment whether I will, to be honest.
Early on day 4, Mark's back in the doghouse. This time with duty manager Sharon.
Hello, Mark. It's now 7 o'clock. It's now 7 o'clock. Has he left? Did he? You must have got lost on the way. OK, I'm sorry to wake you up. Take care. Bye-bye. I thought that was Mark and it was his mother. She just had a low, husky voice because I'd woken up and I'm going, it's now 7 o'clock. And she went, I know, but he's on his way. Just seriously reprimanded Mark's mum. Morning, Katie.
I'm going to see if Nicholas is in. Fingers crossed he's in for work. Oh, hello. Hello, glad you're in, Nicholas. Glad you're in.
Reservations.
So he's turned in. I'm glad I wasn't quite sure whether he'd turn in. I never am sure whether they're going to come back the second day. But that was good. Fingers crossed. He'll stay for the rest of the week now.
I've just phoned your mum and said, Mark, it's 7 o'clock. I said, Mark, it's 7 o'clock, and she went, I know, but Mark's on his way. I said, we must have got arrested on the way.
Kidnapped.
Morning, boys.
By a giant rat.
Frank.
Frank.
You, Scotty.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're officially 20 minutes late, Mark.
Hello.
On his second day, the junior trainee is mastering the art of hotel bedroom allocations and room lists. Outside, Mark's challenge is to marshal the Cosmos coach tour of Northern England.
Well, the lads are going to give me an hand here. I was supposed to be voted on to be doing it by myself, like you did the think I am. King Dong or something.
There's only one porter on, so we're just all helping.
Brian from banqueting has reluctantly agreed to be Mark's helper.
52 big fellas.
Well, I'm going on.
58 bags.
58?
58.
Oh, what are you trying to do to me? What are you trying to do to me?
I don't do this very often at all. Just when I'm roped in. Wrong place, the right time.
Good job, these over here to give me a hand, isn't it? Otherwise, I don't do the rotors, mate.
I'm a 43-year-old homosexual. I shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, I lose a few pounds here, but look what are you doing?
All I don't know how to do is just do it.
Go on.
New arrivals at the hotel bring new love possibilities for Katie,
He's very nice.
at least as far as Eileen's concerned.
He's gone for a beard. What did he say? I've gone for a shave and I'm going to do behind my ears.
He's going to put on sunglasses as well.
Go on.
Oh, she's mad.
That's why she's 33, single and attached. He was all right. He'd scrub up well.
I don't even fancy him.
I think he's all right.
I mean, you don't have to fancy him. I can't just go out with every Tom, Dick or, you know, scallywag, can I? I know, well, I'd rather be single than go out with somebody. I don't even know. I better go and have a look at his...
mortgage. He's a buyer for a company. He's got enough money to get a mortgage. He's a buyer for a company and he's got a Rover car, which isn't quite paid for yet. I found that much out already.
But she doesn't fancy you.
A few drinks won't do any harm. She might grow to fancy him. No, she might.
I mean, you know, that's all he's registered, Katie.
Tell me what your social life's going to consist of tomorrow. What are you going to do?
I'm going to wash my car. I'm going to dust. And I'll probably sit in the garden.
And tell me what Monday will consist of.
Exactly the same.
Right. Go and what room's Jerry in? 372. 372. I think your best bet is to go out with 372.
Oh, no, I can't. Honestly, I can't. It's not the done thing. If my receptionists were doing that.
Yes, but the receptionists don't have to, do they? Not many of them single. You are, and you're 33. Now get your gob on and get out.
It's a terrible thing to say.
It's truthful.
A naked woman's just attacked me. Hey, that's happened a few times, you know. Walked into the rooms and seen naked women or naked fellas or naked women and naked fellas. That's the wrong... I'm not even supposed to be around here. Quite a few times. Just... Sometimes they phone you down on purpose. And when you get up there, they're standing there with nothing on.
Sam?
Yeah, especially to the room service girls. Mostly. It doesn't really happen to us that often, but it happens a lot to the room service girls. Now all the dirty old men.
I can't. I'm stone cold sober. I've got no money.
I'll buy the half bottle.
Oh, you will not.
I'll lend you £30.
And I'm
you don't
driving.
Need any money.
No, I haven't.
You don't need any money, I'll lend you the money. I'll go and get some vodka from upstairs.
No, I'm driving home.
Stay the night.
Oh, that's not me.
They asked for towels, I took them up and knocked on the door. He said, come in. So we let myself in. And like, as I opened the door, they're just standing there in the bathroom, having a bit over the sink. And I said, here's your towels, and what's supposed to do? And he said, I'll just put them there. There. Oh, my God.
Get a tip?
No, I didn't get a tip, no.
This is not the first time Mrs. Downey has set me up with someone.
But before Katie can think of new men in her life, another is about to desert her. After just 2 days, Nicholas has decided to leave.
There was no way he was going to stay. He was very quiet. But, you know, everybody is in a new job. Wouldn't be nice if he came in and was, oh, yeah, I'm Nick. You know, it'd be a bit over-familiar, that, wouldn't it? But, yeah, he's left. Well, I thought he was going for his lunch. So I was, you know, I'll see you in a minute, see you in half an hour. And you're going to ask him to get me a drink from the shop. But he said, no, I'm going.
He asked if he could think about it over the weekend, and I said no. I need to know today, and if somebody's got to think about a job when he hasn't got a job, then he may as well go. So I just asked him if he'd like to leave, and he said yes, he would. So Nicholas's history.
I think Katie's made the right decision by asking him to go, because it's not fair on reservations or when he comes on the desk. We train him up. And I hate to say I told you so, but... told you so.
Mark still has to prove he's worth keeping.
Well, I had 5 minutes. After an hour. I haven't stopped for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, I think I deserve it, don't you? Oh.
It's midnight. The new act has been performing for nearly an hour. Carl's future depends on attracting more clubbers than last week.
Prospects for tonight, dead. Very quiet. So, back to square one.
They've attracted only 17 people off the street.
It's sad, this. It really is sad. I feel like you're banging your head against the wall, too. I really do.
Tonight was Carl's last chance to prove his theme night would work. It's failed. But as he packs up for a 2-week holiday, he continues to put on a brave face.
Still all right. Still good atmosphere.
It's money.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It'll build. It'll get there. Slowly but surely.
How long are you prepared to give it?
4 or 5 weeks.
For the last 7 days, Mark's been trying to keep out of Katie's way.
I've got to go in and see her today. Showdown, little Tokyo. I've got to go in and see what's happening today. We had a little talk last week and she said she's going to speak to Mannix and that. So I've got to go back in and see the final verdict. But do I look bothered?
A week ago, Katie was determined to sack him.
What'll happen is I'll go in there, we'll sit down and we'll have a little talk and she'll say, "This is not acceptable, you will have to book your ideas up." We'll have a little talk and then she'll probably put me back on the rota, hopefully.
Down Church Street.
Carl, the disco manager, is now 33,000 feet above the Atlantic, on his way to Tenerife. While he's on holiday, his colleagues are taking the future of the club into their own hands.
While he's away, I've had to make an effort because I feel if I don't do it, we'll lose the night and my staff will lose the job.
Is there a mutiny going on? Not really. We can say a slight difference of opinion, shall we say, and we'll leave it at that.
It's been very quiet the last couple of weeks, but we've got to try and get it off the ground, because if we don't get off the ground, we're going to lose the night, and it's a shame because it'd be a good night if it took off. But
we don't need Carl.
Need to have Carl.
While he's away, we don't need him because we can do it for him. We're going here.
Mark's future is also hanging in the balance.
You've been in this office more than anybody else has ever been in this office. And every time, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, I won't do it again. And every time you do, you know, if the duty manager can't control you, your head porter can't control you, the shift can't control you, why do I need to keep you? You need a job.
I know we do.
You know, you've got responsibilities, you're going to have to grow up really quickly. But at the end of the day, you know, you work here, and unfortunately you've got to forget all your outside problems when you come to work and just get on with the job in hand. If I give you one more chance, if you ever have to come in this office again, you're out. I mean it, Mark.
As long as that'll do something that is fair enough, well then I've got that's fair enough, isn't it?
No, let's get this right. There's no as long, you will do it. If you're told to do something, you will do it.
I do anyway.
Well, that's not what I've heard. I mean that, Mark. I'm going to document this and this will be a final warning. Is that understood?
Yeah.
And if you come in this office once more, then you will then go in front of Mrs. Downey and she will dismiss you. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Against all the odds, Mark has now become the great survivor.
I've never had a complaint about Mark from a guest, never ever. Only from Mrs. Downey and the staff that he works with.
When you last?
Yeah, I suppose I've got a soft spot for him, really. I won't tell him that.
I think he knows.
Yeah, I know, he keeps making me cups of tea. He knows I've got a soft spot for him.
Next week, Carl's back from holiday, but will he have a job? An inspector calls on Eileen. And the hotel copes with 326 passengers from a delayed flight.